I don't know what the outcome's gonna be, but in the next 70 days, I'm gonna be locking in the most I've ever been in my whole entire life. The past 48 hours, I've been thinking about how in 2025, I didn't achieve half the goals that I set out to do, which is very unfortunate. With that being said, I spent over the last 48 hours creating a plan to really lock in. And starting Wednesday, October 22nd, I'll be doing something I call the 70-day lock-in. I know that was mad serious. The 70-day lock-in is 70 days or 10 weeks of completely locking in on the 4 major components of life in which I say your spirituality, your financials, your mindset, and your physicality. Those 4 things will make your change. It will make a difference in what your end of year 2025 looks like. And that's essentially what I'm gonna be doing. It's 4th quarter Mamba mentality, a change in your mindset, a change in every single thing that you're doing to make a change and to finish the year strong. Now, what made me create this? As I've been looking at what I need to do, I need to grow in my spiritual sense. I need to grow in my financial sense, also grow in my physical sense. With that being said, the 70-day lock-in was catered to literally focus on those things. And literally, in fact, it's catered towards me. I ain't gonna lie. Those are my 4 major things that I think are gonna make a big change or a big difference. I'm not telling people to read books. I'm not telling people to buy my course or my page. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a guru. I'm not an influencer. I'm not anything. But the point is, this is a commitment that I'm gonna be making over the next 70 days. This is something that me, along with a select few of individuals that I personally know, is gonna be doing. We have a group chat, we have everything set up. We're gonna be holding each other accountable and learning and growing and being a better person. In my personal sense, I'm being a better man. There's side quests and missions, as I will call them, for things that you could do to better yourself. For example, one of the things that I've made a commitment for over the next 70 days is posting on all my platforms for social media, including YouTube. This video here is a commitment. It is a setting. It is me saying I'm going to be the best person I could possibly be. This is me saying that I'm gonna hold myself accountable and you guys can see it. So over the next 70 days, every single week, over the next 10 weeks, I'll be posting every single Tuesday a long form YouTube video here on the platform. In addition to that, I'll be also posting every single day on all of my other platforms, including Instagram, TikTok. I'll even be doing YouTube shorts. That's how locked in I am right now. I'm gonna be posting exactly my journey in this 70-day lock-in period. You could like, you could comment, you could subscribe, you could do whatever. Follow me in this journey because it's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna promise that it's gonna be easy. I'm not gonna promise that this is something that I'm gonna be happy to do every single day. But for sure, what I'm gonna do is change my mindset and put my 100,000% effort in every single time in which I'm doing this lock-in period. Right now, I have 70 action steps set for every single person to do that will make a change over the next 70 days and to finish the quarter out strong. Granted, I know there's Christmas, I know there's Thanksgiving, I know there's New Year's, I know there's all these holidays that pop up, and usually this year or this time is about family. And I ain't gonna lie, as Don Toretto will say, family. But on a real note, I know family is important, but what's important to me is making sure that I can put my family in the best financial place they could possibly be in. Hence the point why I'm gonna be doing everything I can to lock in and be the best version of me. I don't think that's something that's unfair. I think that's pretty fair if you ask me, right? No, yeah. Right, Matt? Yeah, right. What's next? The first portion of our 70-day lock-in starts with 2 weeks of preparation. 2 weeks of preparation. First week mainly focuses on preparing your literal timing. You're gonna be time blocking. You're gonna be figuring out what your next couple weeks and days are gonna look like over the next 70 days of your life, because it's 70 days. right? It takes 30 days to form a habit or something like that. I'm not reading a book. I'm not, whatever. But over the next 70 days, we're gonna be figuring out a time schedule for you. Scheduling between school, if you're doing it, work, anything that you're doing, even if you have kids, family, whatever, you're scheduling that. The next portion or the next week is gonna be budgeting. Now, budgeting is not only budgeting as far as your money is concerned, it's budgeting as far as your time and your money and how you're spending your time and your money. We're gonna find out what your financial time is worth. We're gonna find out what your hourly wage is in your life. By the time we're finished with this project, at the end of the second week, me and whoever's doing this challenge will know exactly what their hourly is worth. What that means is that whatever time you're spending, whatever time somebody wants to pull you away, you'll know exactly what that means in a budget sense and what are you losing per hour to spend time. For you to have control over your budget and your finances and your time is one of the biggest portions. Now, that preparation week is 2 weeks, which leads me into the next 7 days in your first pillar, which is spirituality. You'll be focusing on fasting, praying, and being the best spiritual person you could possibly be. The point is not to just say, hey, listen, I'm gonna just stop being a spiritual person over the 70 days, but you wanna emphasize and make sure that you can lock in the highest amount you can in your first 7 days of being in your first pillar. That's why I'm asking you to fast. That's why we're gonna be doing this, and we're gonna be doing this together to lock in that journey. The second pillar is sharpening your mind. Your mind is one of the most crucial parts to your whole entire body. If you can sharpen your mind after going from a spiritual sense, your mind will allow you to open up into newer and better things. Focusing on how you're gonna be a better person, how you're gonna be literally accountable for yourself, as we've went over the budget, over the finances, over every single thing as far as your time, and also as you've been looking at spiritual sense. But really, you're sharpening every single part of what you're doing, bettering yourself, finding a side hustle, learning a side hustle, learning more things that could be beneficial to your main goal. And we're being sure to be goal oriented in these 70 days. After you work on sharpening your mind, the third pillar will go into your finances. You're gonna be going into how you're gonna make that knife that you sharpened in your mindset week be something that you could truly control and make a difference in your finances in. There's also gonna be other challenges between all these challenges, and we'll get into that in another part of the video. The final pillar will be focusing on your physical. You're gonna be doing everything you can to be the best physical version of yourself. Locking in the gym every single day, going that extra mile. If you're running 2 miles, you're running 4. If you're running 1 mile, you're running 2, or 4, forget that. And if you were running no miles, you're running 1.5 miles. Make it 2. We're gonna be locking in every single step of the way, and we're gonna be holding each other accountable in every single step of the way in this 70-day lock-in. Now, me personally, one of my biggest commitments, like I said, is literally posting on all my platforms. I'll be doing that every single day throughout the 70-day lock-in. In addition to that, I'm gonna be locking in every single day and going to the gym. I'm gonna be changing my schedule, changing my eating habits, minding every single thing that I'm doing, looking at my calories. This is gonna be a complete lifestyle vlog showing exactly what happens over 70 days and me focusing on everything I'm doing. In addition to that, another challenge that we'll see is picking up a new side hustle or picking up something that you could do that will make you money and make you money as soon as possible. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. I want to see you succeed. I want to see me succeed. And once again, by no means am I any type of guru. By no means am I any type of person that, is inspirational, at least from what I know. But if I could have this video, post it, and if I could show you how my lifestyle is every single week, every single day, maybe whoever's watching this video could say, hey, this is inspirational and I want to join in. So with that being said, join me in my 70-day lock-in. If this is something that you're interested in, like, comment, subscribe. I'm interested in the 70-day lock-in. If this becomes something substantial, if this becomes something super big, who knows? This is one of my first YouTube videos. I don't even know what I want my YouTube name to be right now. I haven't done YouTube in this caliber of doing what I'm doing in years. But what I could say is this, right? Like, comment, subscribe. And let me tell you this, if this becomes something that we blow up on, I'll make a Discord and we'll make this something that is worldwide or national or whatever, so be it. But yeah, that's my 70-day lock-in. That's what I'll be doing. That's my commitment. Damn it, I dropped it. I was supposed to be ore farming right there, but it didn't work out that much. So yeah, but word. Let's lock in, folks.